I'll put two cats. You're gonna be both. Both. Fred, you want to see lions? It's gonna be very hard. You need to get lions, Fred. Carlos, yeah. Hello. Winter, thank you for the favorite. Hey, that was Emoji J, everybody. Hit him with a favorite. He does an amazing intro every week for my show here called Meow and Me here on the Meet Me platform. Meow means make each one wanted. We are a featured pet show here on this platform. It covers several. So if you haven't hit Emoji J with a favorite, please hit him with a favorite. And if you need something, hit him or cats up. I mean, both of them love to do things with stuff, and they want to do things and stuff for you. So let them know if you need something or some things, and they will be happy to help you and love on you like they love on me. Now, listen, today's date is July the 7th, okay? He loves to do the stuff. Yes, the stuff. And I love to be here every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Now, listen, this is my birthday month. If many of you who've been here for a very long time know that this is my birthday month. Now, in light of the fact that it is my birthday month, right? Apparently I am taking and claiming the entirety of July as my month. Okay. So saddle up my meow meows because we're riding meow meow style. Okay. We are riding meow meow style. Hi, Jayhawk. If you came in and I didn't say hello to you, hello, welcome. I'm so happy that you made it here. Ali, I see you. Sage, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Now, we always get started the same way every week, and that's due to so you guys kind of know what the flow is. We start off with a little pet trivia. Then we have a special guest here on the platform with their pet, whether it's a dog, a cat, a snake. I don't know. We are in search of hamsters and guinea pigs, though. So if you have a hamster or a guinea pig, Cat's Roar wants to see you and wants to talk to you. Okay. So don't think that we don't want to know about your special pet. It doesn't need to be just a cat, right? But let's face it, Kitty Commander has two rescue cats, myself, Chuck Norris, and Binka. And of course, I love them dearly. And they are sequestered so they don't knock over this streaming stand while we do this show every week. Oh, yeah, because he's happy. They're both happy to knock stuff over whenever possible. So if you made it here, welcome. I'm so happy you made it. You can, in fact, do that as well, Red. Feel free to sit back, do what you want to do while you're here. And, any respectful questions will be given to the special guest, anything that's respectful. All right. If you get a little too out of line, one of these bouncers will smack your hand and tell you behave yourself. Okay. But overall, we're fairly friendly. All right. Be a good kitty. That's right. I bet Kink, not Sophie, being taken out on a walk. And look at what Stud Barbie live in the building. OG Lucky. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad you made it here, and thank you for all the gifts. All right, we're going to start off with a little tiger trivia. Oh, look at, I said the word tiger, and look who came in. Lions and tigers. Welcome in, Lions. All right. So here's the questions. Now, I know some of you are like veterans when it comes to tiger trivia because who in here watched the Tiger King on Netflix? I'm sure a few of you have seen The Tiger King on Netflix and are so excited to have some tiger trivia today. Did he do it? You guys are cracking me up. All right. How long do tigers usually live in the wild? In the wilderness, okay? And I'm not talking about John's backyard, folks. I know you are, but I know you think I'm talking about John's backyard, but I'm not. Is it 20 to 25 years? Is it 10 to 15 years? Is it 25 to 30 years? Or is it 15 to 20 years? What do you think? How long do they live in the wilderness? All right, 25 to 30. Dang, that is not the right answer, cats. I think cats knows about lions, but tigers, jury's still out. All right, Pod Princess going in with the 25. No, that leaves 10 to 15 or 15 to 20. Who wants to take the 10 to 15? Yeah, boy, let's go 10 to 15. Ah, that was it. Mark, thank you. The lifespan of tigers depends on whether they live in the captivity or in the wild. They can live for 20 to 25 years in captivity because of regular food supply, medical care, safety from threats. Like imagine if you're a tiger roaming free, you know? You probably got a lot of threats out there, and they might be a little scary at times. You could also have habitat loss and the poacher. Maybe somebody wants to have a little tiger snack. In the wild, though, the average lifespan of a tiger is actually much less. It's just 10 to 15 years. So, I mean, it literally can almost increase by 30 to 40%. My kitty is a tiger. All right, John. Tigers usually live in groups of how many? 10 to 12, 2 to 3, 1, solo riders, or 5 to 7. What do you think the answer is here? 10 to 12, 2 to 3, 1, or 5 to 7. Okay, I see the answers all over the freaking board. OG Lucky coming in with 2 to 3. No. 10 to 12? No, that's 1 or 5 to 7. Nobody, I think, even guessed 1 or 5. Oh, wait, Amber's here, 5 to 7? No. So guess what that leaves left, my friends? Number 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Tigers do not live in permanent groups, okay? Like lions do. Okay, they don't. They live, with the exception of the female tigers who are raising their cubs, most adult tigers, they live alone. You guys kicked John out. Poor John. All right. So what did we learn here? Tigers are solo riders. Okay. Tigers are what? Solo riders. You're welcome. What is the largest subspecies of tigers? Is it the Caspian tiger? Is it the Siberian? Is it the Sumatran? Or is it the Bengal tiger? Who are the largest subspecies? I see you coming in strong with the Siberian. Oh, hot princess in the wind. An adult Siberian tiger can measure more than 10.5 feet in length. That is 3.3 meters for you Europeans, from head to tail and way up to, ready? This is going to be, sounds like, you know, what's that show on TLC, My 600-Pound Life? Well, tigers can weigh 660 pounds. That is 300 kilograms for some of you. 300. Yeah, 300 kilograms. Yeah, that's a lot. All right. How fast can your tigers run? Okay. How fast can a tiger run? Is it 45 to 50, 35 to 40, 25 to 30, or 15 to 20 miles per hour? How fast can a tiger run? Now, here's something to think about. And we're not talking about running from your ex-girlfriends and boyfriends, people. Stay focused. How fast can the tiger run? Is it 45 to 50, 35 to 40, 25 to 30, or 15 to 20 miles per hour? All right, 45 to 50, no. 15 to 20, 35 to 40, oh snap. Despite their immense weight, yeah, we already determined that tigers weigh 660 pounds. That's 300 kilograms. That's a lot to be like running through the wilderness, okay? We have determined that these tigers can run 35 to 40 miles per hour. That is 49 to 65 kilometers per hour, but can only sustain these speeds for short periods of time, people. All right, 35 to 40 miles per hour. Imagine moving 660 pounds, 35 to 40 miles per hour. Woo! They really know how to pack a punch. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Thank you for all the gifts, you guys. Please make sure you come up here and favorite all of these gifters. Bloop, 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 bloop. Just put on the list. Just favorite them all. And then if you fave somebody, tell them in the comments that you fave them. Wait, that's a fave party, not a featured show, kitty. All right. Just say. All right. We just have a couple more questions. Hello, Bianca. A tiger's eyes, hi monkey, are mostly what color? Most likely they are going to be one color. What is the color that tiger's eyes most likely will be? Is it yellow? Is it blue? Is it green? Or is it brown? What color are most likely gonna be tiger's eyes? I see T's coming in and saying gold. I'm gonna say that's yellow. And Pot Princess and you guys are correct, both of you. Generally speaking, tigers have yellow eyes, okay? With black irises, the exception is the white tiger, okay, which typically has blue eyes. Rawr, like mine, blue, rawr, white tiger, rawr, okay? And you'll notice here on my shirt tonight, there are some deers and there are some rawr. What do you think that is? Is that a tiger or is it a cougar? I don't know. Anyways, that is the end of pet trivia for tonight. I hope you learned something about the tigers, okay? If you didn't, show up earlier next time so you can learn more. All right, but we are here. I want to say thank you for joining me. This is a featured show, okay? And a featured show has a guest, and especially having a pet show, we have a guest, okay? Her name is Pot Princess, and I want to welcome her in. Please request the box, and we are going to meet all of her pets tonight. So let's find out, shall we? Hello, Pot Princess.
Hello.
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 Who do we have here for all of us? Hi, Bruce.
We have Tommy. Tommy is my spazzy orange cat, and he doesn't really like to be on camera. So it's a very good thing that I have him here in the window. So I pointed him. I'm not that close so I don't spook him, but there he is. Yeah, there he is. So again, his name is Tommy. Yeah, I only have the one cat right now. Sadly, my other cat Pluto passed away 3 months ago, but Tommy does sleep with him still every night because we got his brother up there, so he still sleeps with him every night.
Oh, well, so Tommy, tell us a little bit about Tommy, and I'm sorry to hear about your other pet, P2.
Of course.
I think P2 is easier. Anyways,
So
um,
much easier.
where did
Yes.
you get Tommy? Like, why did you name
So
Tommy Tommy?
so Tommy already came with the name Tommy. And I left it because I liked the name and he was 3 or 4 when I got him already. Um, but if you guys know something like Carrot, Marketplace, Kijiji, something like that, we have something called Kijiji here, and it was someone trying to rehome their pet.
Oh, okay.
And but they weren't selling it, no money interchange. They were trying to privately rehome their pet. So I went and met up with them because I saw a pretty orange cat and very kind of close to where I am. And it kind of reminded me of how me and my dad got our first orange cat, kind of the same kind of premise. So I took an Uber down there and well, I didn't actually get to see him. They had already packed him up and everything. And the little girl that they got him for pushed the crate to me and said, "Take kitty cat. I don't want kitty cat."
Oh,
So she didn't get along with the cat that the dad had bought for the daughter, and the mom didn't have time for Tommy. So I had all the time in the world for Tommy, and well, there was always somebody home too. So I'm like, why not? It seems like he needs somebody to always be home, and then we had got a friend for him for a little while, and he loved him too. So but he has a lot of mice and stuff that gets into. So yeah, his toy mice. So but
so
that's
it
how we
sounds
got him.
like,
Yeah.
okay, so you used what country are you in,
So
Princess?
I'm in Canada. I'm in Canada.
Okay, so
Mhm.
Pop Princess is in Canada, and you used a search engine for pets. It sounds like
Yeah,
called what?
yeah. It was a website called Kijiji.
Gigi.
And yeah, so it's normally a place that does the buy and sell junk, but there is a little section called pets, and that's how me and my dad first got Mickey, our orange cat we had together. So I'm like, why not? Why not? People don't go there a lot, and then you never know what's going to happen with those cats because people are going there because they don't want to use the Humane Society or whatever, but they still want to rehome their cat for free. There's nothing. They gave me cat food. They gave me um, a little cat tree and a little cat bed and stuff, and from that I progressed a bit. But I got all that stuff when we first got him. So they gave me all of that stuff. So it's not like they didn't love him. They just didn't find the right fit. So, but Tommy is definitely the right fit for me. So,
Yeah, and it sounds to me like he is the right fit for you, right? Like he needed
yes.
a home where somebody was around more frequently and
Yes.
who had more time to give him just to be around, right? And that
Yes.
does happen quite frequently. Like people have, like, they end up changing careers, they end up having job changes, they end up having children. All of these things happen throughout people's lives and require a change that they might not have anticipated when they first did get a pet. Or maybe they have a toddler, and that toddler is not about the dog, the cat, the dragon, the bearded dragon, the
Hmm.
guinea pig, any number of reasons, right? And I think that there are these sites that do offer these rehoming potential, like you're speaking about, Hot Princess, and that
Hmm.
people can take advantage of them in Canada. And here in the United States, they have certain similar type sites, right? So I think it's a great, useful tool, and it does help take off some of the burden off the humane societies as well, to use these kind of tools as well. And like you said, there's a massive bonus here. it was free. Like,
Yes,
wait, like,
yes.
let's say that again. It was free, you know,
It
to
was free. The
use.
only thing I had to do was get a ride down there, and it was totally worth it. It was totally worth like what, $25 to get in there and back like that. So for when I adopted my other cats before, they were at the Humane Society or through a third party through the Humane Society, like a pet store, and they were always like 65 to $85 to adopt them, but it's all spayed and neutered and all that stuff we have here. So but he came spayed and neutered, so it was spayed or neutered, he came neutered, so it was
So he
perfect.
already, on top of on him being free, you also, he was already ready to
which
be
is something that I
integrated.
would have gotten, which is something that I would have gotten done if he had not been, because it's just the easiest thing to do with cats. We don't need any more wild ones running around. Not that I wouldn't take care of the little kittens, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
A little, yeah, absolutely. I know you don't need a little litter of baby kitties for
A
sure.
100%, especially if you're not looking for it or ready for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, okay, so you just kept the name Tommy. Is that the
Yeah, well, I call him so I call him Tama Llama or Tama Salami or Tama Mama. Like I kind of just rhyme with his name a lot. But if he wasn't called Tommy, he would have been called Shadow, because it doesn't matter where I go, it doesn't matter what I do, is by my side. If I am walking to the bathroom, he's at the bathroom with me. If I'm walking to the kitchen, he's by the kitchen with me. And I just recently got a walker, and he's not scared about that either. He will literally go underneath it and zoom past me and be right beside me where I am. We love him so much. He has a little bit of anxiety when we go outside. Like when we go out anywhere, he will start meowing, especially since his buddy passed away. He doesn't like it when anybody goes out, and I can totally understand that, because he might understand that he didn't come back that way, so we might not come back. So he's gotten a little bit of anxiety. So when we go outside and stuff, I'll see him by the window and I'll pet him his nose, because he'll come right to the window and I'll be like, I'll be right back, I love you, and I'll go do my thing and I'll be back, and then he's right by the window. Like my boyfriend and I, we can't go out together because the cat would get too worried that no one's coming home. So like we do our date nights at home right now until it gets integrated a bit more. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and I think that you're coming up with a place where you're meeting your pet at the place that your pet is at versus
Yes,
trying to make your pet rise to where you're at, which
yes.
is also very insightful. A lot of people want to get a pet and then make their pet be performative because
They have
that's what
emotions.
they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and it makes sense. It's also very insightful of you and your boyfriend to
Mm-hmm.
understand that your pet does in fact have feelings. And
Definitely. Even after us loss, even pets feel loss. You know, they may not feel it the same way we do or interpret it the same way we do, but they definitely feel something. Even if they weren't brother and brother to start with, they were brought together and they fought together like brothers, and they ate together. And he's now picked up some of uh P2's habits, so
is
like
that the
drinking a little
habits that
extra
involve
water.
this? Is that what?
Yeah, yeah, that too. Yeah, he's picked up those habits for sure, for sure. Yeah. But no, like the food down on the floor, Tommy never needed it down. Well, we had it up on the floor for him and down on the floor for Pluto, because that's the way we would be able to have Pluto be on a weight loss, you know? So Tommy would go up and get his food, but now we've left it on the floor. But he still scratches at it like it's Pluto's old food. But he knows it's his. He's gonna eat it, but he scratches at it like time to pick it up. but he knows it stays on the floor. But sometimes he'll scratch at it for like a good 5 minutes. Like he just gets into a trance, like scratch, 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 scratch.
And
That,
yeah, I yeah.
that's the
No,
spazzy cats for you, you know?
I I do know about that life because
Yeah,
Norris and Binka, right?
yeah,
If
of
you're just
course.
coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. This is Pod Princess. We're here with Tommy, her cat. He's a ginger, but he's
He went to go drink.
in true ginger fashion. He's taken off and said deuces, and he's running somewhere.
Yeah.
So you guys will see him maybe again somewhere if you are
Yes.
around. Please favorite my special guest. Please favorite me and also favorite each other. If you have any questions in the
Yes.
comments that are respectful and polite, feel free to ask, but no guarantees one way or the other that I will ask them if they're not. Now what animal do you think if Tommy wasn't a cat, Pot Princess,
Yes.
what animal do you think would be closest to like this to him if he wasn't a cat? Like if you were gonna pick one.
A lemur, because he likes to go jump around a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, a lemur, I'd say, because he has like the most spazzy attitude and he just likes to jump around and he just likes to do his own thing. I'm trying to, there you go. There you go. There he is. Yeah, there he is. So I would just, yeah, I'd say, I'd say he would be like a lemur or some sort of monkey because he has a bunk bed too. He has a top bunk of a bunk bed. And on top of that bunk of a bunk bed, he has two boxes that are taped together and they are a bunk bed on top of a bunk bed. And he just loves to be around those and jump around them, jump on the bed. And yeah, so I'd say like a lemur or a monkey of sorts. Yes.
a lemur or a monkey is awesome. So you kind of did tell us a little bit more about him. You said he likes to play games where you guys are basically running around after him, huh? So that's it. That's his like, is that something that you guys do? Do you guys play hide and seek together, or what kind of games do you like to play with one another?
It's more like tag. He'll go run and we'll try and go get him, you know. Um, he likes to play with his mice, so we'll play catch or we'll even play catch and receive. Like he'll come back with it in his mouth or something and bring it down, kind of like a dog would. He uh he likes to scratch his scratch posts, so those are another thing that he loves to do. We have a lot of that in our tiny little place. Try not to get him to scratch my bed, but there's one particular corner that he just likes to do. But no, with playtime, he'll run around the he'll do laps in the living room.
Laps.
Yeah, yeah, he'll do laps. He'll jump up on the I'll say parkour because he likes to jump up onto the dressers and up onto the bunk beds, and we love him. 3 o'clock in the
Wait, did you
morning, and he's
say
great.
what is it called? Park four?
Parkour, yeah. When the guys jump everywhere off the buildings and stuff, that would be my cat. That'd be my cat. He jumps off the bunk beds. He jumps off the dressers. Yeah, no, he's super cute. Yeah, and he's just very fast. If I had a bigger apartment, if we had a gym, he would literally do the laps in the gym. Like he loves to run. He loves to run. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, first off, I love the fact that you said he does like he's like a parkour or more. What is that again? Park four? It's like sounds like some
Parkour.
kind of dish to eat.
So
Parkour. Savage.
parkour is where the guys do the jumping off the buildings and off the bus stops and off all of that stuff and not fall. Well, he doesn't fall. You think he will, or you think he'll hit his head underneath the bed or something. But no. He gets every little trick shot you think he's gonna get. Like it's great.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's fun. I like watching Bruce Lee, so that's got to be close, right? Like, right?
It definitely close. Yeah. maybe Bruce Lee can be his next nickname, you know?
Maybe that's what his spirit, like maybe if he was a reincarnated kitty and he came back and Bruce Lee is actually now your cat.
Okay, yeah, Karate Ninja. I could totally see that. Yes.
You like maybe now you said he does some fetching?
Yeah, so like if we toss the mouse, he will jump for it, like literally jump in midair. I'd say 2 to 3 feet. I'm not lying. I'd say he jumps up for it and grabs it, and then will try to bring it back to us, drop it, and so we can do it again. He does. He loves it when we throw the mice. Yeah, he does pick them up and does do it himself. He'll throw the mouse up 2 feet in the air and try to catch it. Yeah.
I mean,
So
he's adorable. You guys, he's adorable. He's a true ginger kitty. You can tell.
he is.
He's
He
a
is.
true ginger kitty. Like, and we know
There
these
he is.
ginger cats got attitude, you know? They're called what, tortitude or whatever, like, or catitude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you know. Did you know that only 10% or so of orange tabbies are females? So you get a lot more males than you do with than females. So I don't have a rare one, but I do have a friend that has a girl cat, and same thing, just as spazzy as the male ones are, if not more.
They're special. They're special cats, the orange ones. I
Yes, they
just
are.
saying, you know, right? Fred's like, I got two orange females. Stop
Oh,
bragging,
there you
Fred.
go.
Jeez,
There you
Fred's
go,
over here
Fred.
bragging. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh,
Like,
and I just want to say the reason the dress is on the bed is because he won't let me move it. He has stolen my dress. The other thing he likes to do is steal my clothes out of my dresser. So let's say I have a piece that's in my laundry hamper and he wants it. He will literally grab it out of my hamper like a dog and take it. So he's taken that, and
uh-oh, what happened? She'll be right back. Wolf Girl or anyone who wants to be on the show, please hit emoji J up, my admin, or hit me up on Instagram where you can let me know you want to be on the show and we will get you scheduled to be on the show easily enough. It's very easy. We're not very difficult, but we do schedule our special guests beforehand so that we know and we have a date and a time that you're going to be on. So please hit me up on Instagram and or emoji J. Let us know and we can get you done. Okay. If you don't follow me on IG, it's kitty underscore commander underscore meow. Okay. And you can find me there and hit me with a message. And when you message me, please let me know, hey, I'm interested in being on your show. So that way, I do not sort it out to the junk mail or junk folder because I get all kinds of weird requests in my messages, as you absolutely can imagine. Looks like Pot Princess is having a little bit of problems. I got an ad. She had a little ad, and that's okay. Cat's Roar is up here in just a few minutes. I want to give you a chance to talk about. If you guys did a favorite Pot Princess, please hit her with a favorite. Go check out Tommy, her cat. I guarantee you, she's so nice and so inviting. She'll be happy to talk about her pet with you. And honestly, if you have questions about when she streams, she's going to plug that to you in the comments as well, please. So that way you guys can know as well. Now, I do know she likes to do favorites for favorites. So if you're interested in hitting her with the fave, she'd be happy to favorite you back. Now, if Cats Roar is in the audience. Please request the box, cats. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, thank you for coming into Meow and Me as well. Now, understand this is a weekly pet show, not Monday through, every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are all about the pets. Hi, MC. And now, this next segment that we bring you each week, and more specifically, Cat's Roar brings you each week, is called Pets in the News. Now, we all like to hear what's going on in the pet world, and Cats keeps us up to date on what that is. Now, y'all don't want to miss this. Sit down and enjoy and see what Cats has got to tell us this week. Thank you, MC.
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday, Kitty.
Hey, Cats. All right. I'm excited to see what there is to see out here with the rars and the meows and the ruff. What do we got going on in the news with the cats and the pats and the whatever?
Let's talk about pet allergies.
Oh, snap. That's a good one.
And I mean us that have the pet allergies. I'm sure that there's a lot of people who might even be in the chat who maybe are allergic to their own pets. I certainly have friends who have cats or dogs or other pets that they're allergic to, and they kind of navigate that because they love their pets. So what's kind of interesting though is I didn't really know that people, even though you may not have a pet allergens really travel quite a bit, whether it's on your clothing, your furniture. You could pick them up at work. And what's interesting is they said that, allergic reactions to proteins found in animals' skin cells, their saliva, and their urine affect up to 10 to 20% of people worldwide. Excuse me. Thank you, Steph Barbie. And exposure, as I said, isn't just limited to pet owners, because you don't necessarily need to have that cat, that dog, that chinchilla, whatever that pet may be in your home. So there is what they say is, what does science say about pet allergies?
Oh, yeah.
Because the more you understand, the more you can kind of control either your exposure or your treatment to those allergies. And in truth, what they say is pet allergens are pretty much, there's no way to avoid them. So like I mentioned, not having a pet in your home is not going to save you from those allergies. And again, most people assume that allergies come from an animal's fur, so a cat's fur, a dog's fur. But in truth, the real culprits are found in the animal's pet dander. And those are the dead skin cells that are really underneath of the fur.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought it was the fur because in my mind, I'm pretty allergic to cats. If I pet a cat, I can be in a room with a cat, but if I pet a cat and I touch my face, for example, my eyes will literally swell shut. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, I have some fur on my hand, and that's what's causing that reaction. But in truth, it's really those dead skin cells that are causing that reaction for me. As I mentioned, those skin cells, or the dead skin cells, they can become airborne. They can settle on furniture, clothing, carpets. They can even be carried on people's clothes, spreading to schools, workplaces, or anywhere where people congregate. Research shows that allergens can linger for up to 30 weeks after a pet has been removed from a home or an environment. So that makes it even more difficult to be able to avoid. 30 weeks is a long time. That's more than half of a year. Do you know what I mean? That's a long time. So even if having professional cleaners or whatever, think about it. Let's say you're renting an apartment or renting a home and the previous occupant was a pet owner and you're very allergic to, whatever pet it is that they had. Even after that deep cleaning, you're really putting yourself at risk. Now, again, so is life, that's life, but it's something to consider depending on the allergies that you might have. Growing up with pets may lower your allergy risk. So for those of us that had some sort of pet in our home, it's more than likely that you have a lower risk as an adult or as an adolescent to develop those allergies or even asthma. Some folks develop asthma as a result of their allergies to different pet dander.
I mean, cats. Some of you know this already, but some of you do not. you know, I have 2 cats and I'm allergic to both of them. I'm allergic to both my cats and have to take allergy medication every single day because I love my cats and I refuse to get rid of them.
Right. I mean, I don't think I could live without my dogs or a dog or a pet. So if I was allergic, I'd be right there with you. I'd be right there with you.
So, I mean, you guys, I mean, think about this for a second. Like, what was the stat again, cats? It was like pretty high. Hello, everybody. Listen, we've just seen Top Batch Mondo come in. Hello, Red, Blue, somebody. Welcome in, everybody. Please make sure you get hit cats with the favorite each other down in the comments.
Were you talking about the 10 to 20% of people worldwide have the allergies?
10 to 20%. Yes. That's such a, like, that's a larger number than I expected.
Me too. Me too. Especially in terms of pet allergies. Now, in terms of allergies in general, I believe that, you know, obviously that number is a lot greater, but in terms of pets, that is a good fraction of the population across the world. So
genuinely, like a lot. Yeah. And it's interesting too, you said 7 months. So even if you hire professional cleaners to come into your house, that pet dander is still going to be there for about 7 months. That's holy smack. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and that again, the thing that I thought about the most is if you're moving into an apartment or a rental home, you know, that had previous tenants or whatever, you're buying a new home, you know, depending on how many pets they had or what kind of pets, you know, that's something that you definitely need to consider should you have those type of allergies. And another thing that they mention is a lot of people who have pet allergies think that it might be cold symptoms or like seasonal allergies. And maybe sometimes people are in denial about the fact that they are allergic to their own pets or, you know, to pets in general. So they might, you know, pass it off as other things. But, you know, some of the other things that they talked about was, can you keep your pet if you're allergic? Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I suppose there are people who might be deathly allergic to pets. I'm sure that is true in some cases. But, you know, one of the things that they say, some common ways that you can reduce pet allergens at home is to keep your pets out of your bedroom. So certainly where you sleep and put your head is helpful. To use HEPA air filters, because as we know, a lot of this travels in the air. So if you have a good filtration system, thank you, in your home, it may help to reduce that. Wash your hands after petting animals. That was a big one for me. Like I've pet, this sounds terrible, because I've pet many cats in my life. I just have to make sure that I wash my hands, because again, if I touch my face, my eyes are like, and they are sealed shut. But I certainly try to make sure to wash my hands. Bathing your pet regularly, but as we know, not all pets like to be bathed. You know, because we're not just talking cats and dogs. You know, it could be a chinchilla, it could be a hamster, it could be a guinea pig. Now, I don't know if chinchillas take showers or not. I don't really know. That would be another awesome pet to see on here. But, you know, bathing them can certainly reduce that. Using a vacuum, like a super duper vacuum, that might be like a double or micro filter bag. And immunotherapy is the only long-term treatment option, and that is essentially getting allergy shots as opposed to taking over-the-counter medicine. But like I said, those are sacrifices that some of us would definitely be willing to make. Some of the other things might be a little more practical to try out to see if it kind of helps reduce the exposure to the allergies. Hypoallergenic pets are a myth. I'm sure maybe you've heard, at least I've heard in terms of dogs.
Golden Doodle or whatever.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I grew up with, if you ever heard of Bichon Frises, I had them growing up. I had a Bichon Frise, and they don't shed, but that doesn't mean that you can't be allergic to them. It doesn't mean that they don't have pet dander. They just don't shed. But people tend to think that they are dogs that if you have allergies, that you're not going to be allergic to them. But that science is saying that that is a myth, which I learned that today because I thought that was true.
Science says you're wrong. Your Bichon will make you sneeze, people.
Yes, it's all lies.
Lies.
And those are expensive little dogs. So, but I will say, having dogs that shed now, there was nothing like having a dog that didn't shed, because it was nice. It's a whole nother life with a white dog that sheds, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
She said what she said.
I
Get the
said
one
what I
that
said.
doesn't shed. It's better.
It is. It is. Let's talk about cats and heat. And I don't mean being in heat. I mean the heat.
Yeah.
Just want to clarify that. Because we talk a lot about the dog days of summer. I'm sure you've heard that term.
Yeah.
But what's even just as important are those hot cat days. Sorry, I'm not really good with my words here. Are those hot cat days? And you know, when you think about dogs, you might spray them outside with a hose. They might jump in a pool, that kind of thing. When you think about cats, not so much, but there are some other pointers that I thought would be kind of cool to share. 8 ways to keep your cats cool in the summer. And again, every cat is different, so you will know your cat best. But one thing they suggested was to swap their water bowl for like a water fountain. Cats are notorious for not drinking enough water. So using a fountain might just be more appealing for the cat and more interesting for him to play with the water, drink the water, you know, do something more. So that's just one easy suggestion that they made. You can get cooling mats, which are pretty popular. You can grab them on Amazon for pretty not too expensive. So if there's an area, you know, in the house that they tend to like to relax to cool off, that's a great place to put it. Swapping dry food for wet food, because wet food has up to 66% more water than dry food. So it's a way to kind of sneak in that water consumption. And I know dogs, they love some wet food over dry food. So they're going to think it's an extra special treat if it's something they don't normally have. But you'll be able to help with their water intake. If you have a long hair cat or an extra fluffy cat, you might want to give them a haircut. I don't really know how that works. If that's easy to do or not, I don't know. Providing very better airflow. Not everybody's sure. And, you know, in that case, you know, just turning on a fan, an extra fan that's even at a level that, you know, your cat can get to it. Or cracking a window open, just making sure there's some extra airflow on those moderately hot days is helpful. Applying cool water to cat's paws can definitely kind of take the edge off, because cats aren't great at regulating their own temperature. So that's often why they say you find cats kind of sprawled out on a cool floor, because they're not really sure sometimes what to do. But by dipping their little feet in some cool water, it will actually bring their body temperature down. Smart. Giving them a cool bath. Again, you know, it says here, if your cat is a pro at bath time, that would be a good time to give them that bath to cool them down. And last but not least, don't forget about our outdoor cats, whether it's a feral cat or you have a cat that just stays outdoors. You know, making sure that you put out fresh water. Easy to do, easy suggestion. And then also perhaps if you're feeding feral cats, to take up on that wet food suggestion, just because it will help with that water intake.
Yeah, I think these are all completely valid. I mean, your cats are hot. Like, they get hot. They're covered in fur, just like your dogs. And, you know, yeah, these are all super valuable for people to think about, especially because our pets, they feel through their paws sense, you know. And I really like the idea of a water fountain for your pet. I know that Chuck Norris loves to play in his. Like, I don't know if he drinks out of it. I think he just likes to go in there and annoy me and splash stuff all over the floor. But
still helps though.
It still helps. Yeah. It still is a thing. It's a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So just like I said, some cool, not expensive things that you probably maybe are already doing actually. And then just some things that maybe you can add, like a cooling mat. Like I said, it's not an expensive item to get. And just, you know, making sure that the wet food idea, again, might be an easy one. You know, it might be a treat to your cat. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Yeah, I tend to be like, what? Yeah, whatever.
Okay. And on that note, I kind of wanted to end on something a little more fun because sometimes we talk about social media or like human relationships and pets. And so I thought I would end with 3 ways how owning a pet can improve your love life. So maybe you're looking for that mate and your pet can help you do that.
Wait, start again. What did you say? 3 ways to do what?
3 ways that owning a pet can help improve your love life.
Oh boy,
So,
let's hear it,
if
Kat.
you're single and ready to mingle and you need I have a black man in my life. Thank you, King David. Moving on. Pets are considered to be part of the family for many households throughout the US. About 66% of households in the in the US have a fur baby of some kind. So cat, dog, hamster, guinea pig, chinchilla. And many studies have shown that owning a pet can be incredibly beneficial for individuals' well-being, which we've talked about, whether it's the aging population and just, the companionship that pets offer. But recent research has focused on the intricate roles that pets play in romantic relationships.
Oh, let's hear
Oh
it.
la la.
Oh la la.
So we know that pets can be a great form of emotional support. They can be unrelenting motivators for physical activity and providers of unconditional love. But studies also show that pets can play a significant role in partner choice, relationship outcomes, and sometimes even diffusing tensions between you and your partner. Kind of interesting. So here are some ways that pets can act as your furry matchmaker.
Ooh, matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Okay. Yeah.
Pets can boost your dating game. So there was a 2015 study that's in a journal that specialized in interactions between people and animals. And they found that pets play an intriguing role in the appraisal, interesting word, and selection of potential love interests. And interestingly, these differ between men and women. I don't think that's interesting. I think, again, men and women view relationships and pets very differently. We've talked about kind of that before. So they said that the women in the study found to be more discerning of romantic interests on the basis of pet ownership. So women reported they were more likely to be attracted to someone if they owned a pet, plain and simple. Significantly more than men, though. Men didn't really seem to care too much. Men in the study were also found to use their pets as a way to attract potential lovers at a much higher rate than women. And I believe that because when I was single and like going to the bars and go to outside bars, you'd look around, there'd be all these men with their dogs and there'd be women with no pets. I mean, I'm just saying. just saying. So the advice that they give is for the pet fathers, be sure to have those photos of you and your furry friend on socials and dating profiles. Ooh. Take your dog to the bar. I'm telling you, girls will run up and want to pet the dog and maybe talk to you too. Showing off your status as a pet owner can prove to others that you're capable of responsibility, patience, commitment, and companionship. So I agree with that. I think certainly, especially when you see a man or, whoever your love interest is, loving on a pet, it definitely, I believe, shows something about their character. Sometimes it may show if they're going to be a good parent. Sometimes parenting skills can kind of be evident even in pet ownership. Just some things to think about. Additionally, more women in the study relied on pet interaction cues from their romantic interest in order to discern whether they were a worthy partner. Simply put, if a woman saw her potential love interest treating their pet with kindness and affection and care, she was more likely to consider dating them than someone who interacted with her pet indifferently. So
she said what fellas, she said.
Fellas, definitely go goo goo gaga over your love interest pet, because it will definitely, at least from this study, has shown that will definitely make a positive impact on how your potential female partner views you as a mate. Interesting. The simple act of expressing affection to animals, whether it's yours or not, is a surefire way to reveal your more affectionate side. And the science shows that this could increase your chances of winning them over. So, interesting. Pets can also strengthen your bond with your current partner. You know, once you've won over your partner by showing them how much you love your pet or their pet, and if you manage to settle down with them, you can further improve your relationship by co-owning a pet. Another study found that co-ownership of a pet can lead to various romantic relationship benefits. You know, whether that is a level of closeness to your partner, the familial feelings towards your partner. So, you know, also maybe looking at them as a potential parent, as well as higher relationship quality. It said researchers also found that couples who own pets together reported higher relationship quality than those couples who did not have a pet together.
Oh, well, gonna be my baby daddy. You have a nice dog. You take care of your dog very well. I want you to come and visit me. You are the one. No.
But it's kind of, I mean, and I think for couples, maybe younger couples